Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm sitting with a great friend, a close friend, if I dare to say, Andrea Filippi, who is now the Chief Commercial Officer for Egnazia Hospitality, that owns a few properties in Europe, actually in Italy only, and I think you're gonna keep on Italy, and we're gonna touch the subject, and with the most iconic one being the Borgo Egnazia, which I just had the privilege of visiting not long ago. So tell us a little bit more about the Borgo Egnazia, because I was really amazed with what I saw there.
So, hello everyone, and thank you, Eduardo, for having me. So, Borgo Egnazia, it's very hard to describe in a few words. It's a place that you really have to go and see to believe and to understand. And I'm so happy that Eduardo was there just last week. But basically, Borgo Egnazia is a dream that became true. It's a dream that the founder of Borgo Egnazia, that is a native from the region of Puglia, he had the dream of paying a tribute to his homeland, and he's a gentleman that is very attached to the local traditions and everything. So he wanted two things. He wanted basically to help and support the community of Puglia, and he also wanted to make Puglia a destination that is very desirable in the for the international luxury travelers, because Italy is very well known, but there are so many places that are not necessarily well known. You have plenty of places like from South Sicily, Sardinia, Amalfi Coast, Lake Como, and everything. Puglia, if you think about it, Eduardo, 15 years ago was not at all a well-known destination. So that's why I say it is a dream that became true, because it was very successful since the opening. The concept of Borgo Egnazia was to actually build a traditional village, a Puglian village, that was built, designed by a local architect, built by local carpenters, made with local stones and everything. So it's again a tribute to the region. And Borgo means village, small village. So the whole resort was developed and built with a village in mind. So there is a little plaza, at the center, which is the heart of and there are little houses that we call casettas, and we have bigger villas that we call casas.
And as well as the main body of the hotel with regular hotel rooms. So these are the three. Let's say there are different categories, but there are the three types of accommodations within Borgo Egnazia.
There are 24 types of accommodations, but there are three main sections in the resort. One is called La Corte, and it's the main building, if you want, where all the main pools, the spa is and everything. Then we have the Borgo, the village, with the piazza and the casettas. And then we have the section all around the resort that is Le Ville, the casas, that are 27 beautiful villas, each of them with 3 bedrooms and a pool. But maybe you can explain them better than I can.
No, but it's good to understand, because when I arrived, I was expecting a smaller footprint. I had in my mind, it was great for me to come and visit, because I had in my mind a little masseria,
yes,
as there are other in Puglia, very beautiful properties. But once you arrive at Borgo Egnazia, you see it's a real village.
It is.
With different type of activities, and you have a swimming pool only for families and a swimming pool for adults only, and you have several restaurants within. So you feel like in a Pugliese village itself, even with the ice cream parlor.
Yes.
Right. So the full capacity, it's probably over 500 guests there.
Yes, when it's full, it's actually over 550 guests. but you
How
never
many,
ever feel crowded.
how many staff for those 550 guests?
790 staff,
700 and
90 staff members.
like almost 800 people to
Yes.
serve 500 guests at capacity.
And to serve 180 rooms, basically. Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
that's quite a ratio.
Yes.
You don't see that very
Yeah.
often.
And as you were saying, Eduardo, you know, we're very lucky because the resort
It's
is very
spread
extensive. We
out.
have huge piece of land, but you never feel like in a huge resort because it's very walkable. And I'm sure you know, every guest can have a bicycle free of charge. So you can walk from point to point in about 8 minutes, but you can also bike all around the resort. And the resort sits on a strip of land 500 meters away from the ocean, and the only thing in between the resort and the ocean, where we have 2 beach clubs, is our own golf course, which is an 18 holes golf course, certified PGA. So
Well, with all he's saying, it's almost like you don't need to leave the Borgo, right? You don't need to.
However, that's very true, and that's another part of our connection to the territory. We're obviously very, very happy, and the guests. We have 9 restaurants, we have 4 pools, we have 3 kids clubs, tennis courts. So, as you said, rightly so, you can spend a full week without leaving the resort. But we don't like it because we want our guests to get deeply connected with the territory, with the region, and for that we have a dedicated team. So the tagline of Borgo Egnazia is 2 words that is nowhere else. What does that mean? It means that we like to do things a little bit differently, and one of them is that we don't have a traditional concierge desk, but we have 25 local advisors. These people are connectors. They don't have a desk, so they walk around, they mingle with the guests, they try to understand the passion points of the guests, and they try to inspire them to go outside of the golden cage, if you allow me to call it this way, and meet people and discover the region.
At this very, very typical Pugliese villages, like we have Polignano al Mare, we have Alberobello, we have Lecce, so all within half an hour from the property.
Yeah, the beauty of our location is that Borgo Egnazia, first of all, sits between 2 international airports, Bari and Brindisi, and these are respectively 50 minutes away or 35 minutes away, so very easy to reach. And the other beauty is that it can be a great base to explore the whole region of Puglia. So within 30 minutes drive, you can be in Alberobello, and I know you've been there, which is a UNESCO heritage site. You can be to Polignano, which is the most Instagrammable place in all of Puglia, beautiful. You can be in Monopoli, which is a charming fisherman village. You can go to Ostuni, the White City. You can go to Matera, so that's 30 minutes. If you expand it to an hour drive, you can go to Lecce, which is the most elegant Baroque city, and you can go to Matera, which is another. Matera is not a city; it's a miracle.
So
you know,
it's not a place for you to go and spend 3 nights. You need to, if you really, I mean, you're gonna miss out so much if you don't, extend your stay a little bit and stay at least 5 or 7 nights. That's
Actually,
what we're
yes.
recommending. We're actually changing the way we were selling
Yes.
Puglia after I visited. 'Cause
Thank you.
We understand that we need more time to not only to slow down, but to really have a full
To really immerse yourself and
in the
understand.
Pugliese experience.
So we're seeing that the average length of stay of our guests is actually growing. So of course we have Italians that they know already the region, and they come maybe only for a long weekend and everything. But in general, if you travel from overseas, they stay. I would say an average. The average is 5 nights, but we have many bookings for 1 week and sometimes
Absolutely.
even 2
Yes.
weeks.
Yeah, I
for
can see
families.
that. Now, besides Borgo Egnazia, understand that Egnazia Hospitality has other properties that you manage,
Yes.
and you're looking for some others on the road. What
So,
can
yes.
you tell us about it?
We are a family-owned company, and we have very strong values. So the connection with the territory is one of them. But today, as we speak, we have 8 hotels. 5 of them are in Puglia, and the other are in other regions of Italy. We have a golf course, we have a sailing yacht, and all of these assets, excluding two, are owned by the family and managed by us. Other two are actually hotels that and resorts that we manage before.
And can you tell us a little bit about these ones that you manage? Where are they? And
So the ones that we manage are, one of them is located in Cortina d'Ampezzo, and it's a beautiful, you stay there too.
I stay there too at Hotel de Lane.
And it's a super sustainable hotel. It's a cozy
beautiful.
hotel, beautiful with a spa on the top floor in the very center of Cortina d'Ampezzo. And the other one that we manage is in a place that you haven't been, I guess, and it's one of the best kept secrets in Italy. It's a place called Maratea, and it's 2 hours south of the Amalfi Coast. And the hotel is part of leading hotels of the world, very small, 34 rooms, sits on a cliff with dramatic views, and all the landscaped gardens that go down to the sea are actually belong to the hotel, and we also have a beach club. So imagine the same beauty of the Amalfi Coast,
but without the crowd.
Without the crowd.
Without the crowd. Wow, that must be phenomenal.
Without the crowd.
That must be phenomenal.
And for now, I cannot promise it will be like that forever, but for now it is super great value for money.
Let's keep the secret just for our guests. And I understand there's another opening in Cortina d'Ampezzo, right?
We're opening on June 16, so in a few weeks from now, we will be opening our second property in Cortina. There will be a completely different hotel, still the most central location you can have in Cortina, and you know that Cortina, you are an expert in mountains. Cortina is a place where you go and you have great skiing, but maybe you ski 2-3 hours a day and the rest it's après-ski, right?
It's about après-skiing and it's about
Cortina,
seeing and being seen.
Cortina in Italy is what Courchevel is
sophisticated, yes.
In France, so there is a lot of...
but I'll dare to say more authentic too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, probably yes, more
Yes.
authentic. So we're opening this hotel, and this hotel will also be part of leading hotels of the world, is already part of leading hotels of the world. Small, 35 rooms, with a nightclub, because in Cortina you do après-ski is important and everything, with really cool guest rooms and everything. Actually, the owner of this hotel, we will manage. The owner of this hotel is the founder and owner of Diesel, the fashion brand. You know? So you can expect something that is a little
Very
bit different
unique.
from
Something very unique. Well, Andrea, thank you so very much for speaking to me and telling us all about the Egnazia hospitality, and especially about Borgo Egnazia.
Thanks for
It's
having
probably
us.
that I learned to love. And I hope to see you again very soon.
Thank you.
Here in Brazil and also in Italy.
And with that, I invite you to come and see our next opening, which is still in the Dolomites, but not in Cortina, that we're opening in October. And that's another great place for skiing.
Which is?
It's called Castel Badia, and it's in Brunico. And Brunico is
really
a
good.
destination that you know, but most of the Brazilians don't know, because
Very great,
as we speak,
it's great skiing.
It's great skiing, and it's mostly for Italians and Germans and Swiss and Austrian. But with that opening, it will be,
But it's,
open
it's,
to
it's very
Brazilians.
refreshing to see that Borgo, the Egnazia hospitality, it's not doing more of the same,
No.
but you are always innovating and looking for very unique places and unique properties to your developments and your openings. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Andrea.
much, Eduardo.
Thank you,
Thank
Andrea.
you.
Grazie
Thank
mille.
you. Grazie.